A Sydney man has been jailed for a terrifying home invasion that ended with a young woman falling to her death. 28-year-old Brendan Dennison will spend at least 21 years behind bars for what was described as his sexual reign of terror on 4 international students. He subjected a young couple to sexual violence while he held them at knife point. An 18-year-old Chinese student fell to her death after climbing from the balcony of her unit trying to escape.
Brendan Dennison left the Supreme Court knowing the next 2 decades of his life would be spent in prison. In 2008, his actions turned the home of a group of international students into a place of unimaginable horror. Dennison forced his way into the building, armed with a knife, as one of the students arrived home. An 18-year-old Chinese woman and her 19-year-old Korean boyfriend were forced to undress. He then proceeded to rape them both. In sentencing, Justice Elizabeth Fullerton said there had been a grave violation of the victims in debilitating and degrading ways. After more than an hour, the woman attempted to escape via the balcony. She climbed over the railing naked, trying to reach the balcony below, but fell to the ground instead. Her boyfriend went after her and also fell. She died and he survived with serious fractures. Another 2 young women who were threatened had barricaded themselves in another room. Dennison had been injecting the drug ice on the weekend of the attack. After his arrest, he was refusing to take responsibility for the murder. He told police things had got out of control and they're saying she jumped. That's not my fault. Dennison later pleaded guilty and Justice Fullerton said the offender is genuinely remorseful. The court heard he'd been sexually assaulted as a child and started using drugs at an early age, but his actions have left an appalling legacy. In a statement referred to in sentencing, the murder victim's mother described her daughter as angelic, clever and compassionate, adding that she was constantly haunted by her memory. The judge's remarks would normally be sent to the family, but in this case won't, to prevent further distress. The earliest possible release for Dennison is October 2029. Carl Herr, ABC News, Sydney.